Okay, so welcome, you guys. I'm excited to chat with y'all tonight about this crazy opportunity. First of all, I need to know who's a Utah fan because we need all of the help that we can get on Saturday or Friday. So, yes, Sierra, we don't like you right now. Yes, so that's big news bears there. Welcome to this crazy Zoom. I'm excited to talk to you guys about this company. I am recording this so we can share it with anybody who hops on late or who, life happens. Sometimes you just can't get on here. So to quickly let you guys know who I am, my name is Brittany. I have been with this specific company since August 2nd. I've been in this industry for about a little over 5 years. So kind of the thing that pulled me over to Q Sciences as a company was the timing of what we're doing, the timing of the company right now. It literally was revamped and relaunched and everything was kind of redone in February of this year. So being in the industry, I knew that jumping in right away and taking advantage of what was in front of me was a really good decision, a really good business decision. I thought that I was really happy with the company that I was with. And, I'm a firm believer of you don't know what you don't know. So when I went down and I met with the corporate staff with this company, I kind of went in with arms folded. I was going to give them the most stubborn attitude ever. And boy, did it not work out that way. I was intrigued by so many things right out of the get-go. I was there from like 9 o'clock to I believe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And by the time we took a break for lunch, my wheels were just spinning because I knew what they were saying was true. They were very transparent. I knew that the compensation in this company was unlike anything I had ever seen. And then specifically, the product side of this company, it really hit home with me because they are very mental health based and they're very amazing in the way that they are able to help people in the mental health space. And that hits home for me on a few different levels. So, I couldn't see what I had already saw. So I left that meeting and on my way home, called my husband and I said, guess what? We're switching companies. And his words were, shut the F up, because he didn't even, that just wasn't a thing. I wasn't interested in anything else. I was successful where I was. So he was completely blown away. I'm going to go through just a few of the slides to get some really good information out to you guys so you know how we make money here. I want to take it and break it down step by step. I find that the biggest misunderstanding and misconception that people have when they're looking at a company like this is, just exactly what you do to make money. So that's what I kind of want to focus on tonight. Let me share my screen here. Just one second. Okay. And if you guys have any questions while we're going through this, there's a little chat function that if you're on a phone, I think you have to scroll over and you'll be able, or maybe tap it and it'll show you a chat function, something like that. If you are on a computer, you should just be able to see it. But if you have questions as I'm going through, go ahead and drop them in that chat feature and I will swing back around and check those out. Let's get down to business. So most people are looking at this type of side work or side gig to basically improve the quality of their life in some form, whether that be extra time that they want to have with their family, just time freedom overall, the flexibility of schedules, a different lifestyle, or just the wealth that might come from a business like this. I'm going to skip past some of them that are just a lot of fluff that I don't think are super pertinent. I do like to stop here because, instead of people going out, especially right now with Christmas right around the corner, instead of somebody going out and getting a second part-time job at a gas station or, a restaurant to bring in some extra money, bring in some extra money, we are able to offer them just that. One of the beautiful things about this industry is that I get to show you how to make money in your spare time, in your extra time. You get to put those non-productive hours or minutes even and turn them into something that actually can benefit you. So if you are binge watching Netflix, if you're sitting in a school pickup line, that's like one of my favorite places to actually work on my business is school pickup line, because what else are you going to do? Lunch at your normal job, break times, free hours on the weekend if you have them. Literally with just minutes a day, you can be successful in this business. One of my favorite bullets to kind of dodge, I guess, one of the favorite hurdles for me to get over is when somebody tells me that they don't have time to do this business. I came from a corporate background where, you know, I helped develop a program for outpatient mental health patients. It was a very, very draining job. I was constantly busy. I came home from work and I was still working. So if I could build my business having 2 kids, a husband, an ex-husband that still relies on me for all the things, my full-time job, all of the extracurricular activities that the kids are involved in, like if I could do this, I literally say anybody could do this. And to be honest with you, well, and maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit, but this business, this company, more than ever, more than my last company, has made it so simple to where I'm putting in half the effort and making more money because of the way that this business specifically is structured. So turning, like I said, that non-productive time into actual money producing time. I've been, like I was saying with that company, I've been in that the last company, and it wasn't really a side gig. Like I had to work a lot. When I finally retired or stopped working at my corporate job to do this full time, it was still a full-time job. And that's what the norm was. So when I say like, I didn't know what I didn't know, that's what I thought was the norm. So instead of me just going to an office outside of my home, I was still working nonstop inside my home. And it was just creating a little bit of friction because, you know, I still had my kids here that I had to attend to and my husband and stuff. So it just didn't work out. It was crazy. It started to get overwhelming. So I was really intrigued with this company specifically because of the way that they are structured with what you do. Let me scroll down here. I know that there's probably a simpler way to scroll through slides, but I'm not that person to figure it out. So we're just gonna scroll here. So now more than ever, our whole culture, our whole everything is going from brick and mortar shops to just click and order. Think of Amazon Prime. Think of all of the little boutiques that even pop up on your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed. Literally, that's where I buy half my clothes, is through Instagram shops now, because it's so easy to click on something. It takes you to somewhere. You click add to cart and you're done. Like it's linked to my PayPal, so I'm just done and done. It's really a sickening thing because I buy way too many things, but whatever. Fact of the matter is, it's easier than ever to shop and share and actually create your income from your phone. And that's essentially what we're doing here. So who's behind this Q Sciences company? This is Mark Wilson. He's our founder and our CEO. He's got a really interesting background. He actually took the Raiders and the Patriots to Super Bowls in his time. He sports his beautiful Super Bowl ring. That's crazy. But he is a very humble man. He's very kind. The first time I met him, he actually cried when he was kind of telling me, I mean, he wasn't bawling, but he got teary-eyed when he was telling me his little background. You know, he retired from football. He went into real estate. He developed a ton of real estate in Seattle. He retired from that, and he was just playing golf every day. It sounds like a dream to some people, but honestly, it wasn't filling for him. He would drive home from the golf course and his words were, is this what the rest of my life is going to be like? Golf and driving home and doing these lunches and stuff, you know? He's got such a good heart that he started looking into things that he could be involved in to actually make an impact in people's lives. And so he found Q Sciences. The other big wig over here with Q is Jake Spencer. He's our Senior Vice President of Global Sales. This man has 14 years experience in the direct sales industry. He is a household name. He used to own his own company and sold it off, and then was just doing some consulting work and stumbled onto Q. So the cool thing about Q Sciences, and it was one thing that kind of confused me, because the person who, introduced this company to me was telling me it's a ground floor opportunity. You're going to be a founding independent business owner, like all of these things. So I was kind of intrigued by it. And then I went and I talked to the people, and they're like, oh yeah, the product line has actually been out for 12 years. For 12 years, this company spent all that time perfecting our product line. And the company itself was surviving on just product sales alone. So that tells you that it is a very substantial place to be, because the growth that they have attracted just since Jake Spencer came into the picture in February of this year. I mean, I think that they have grown 300% just since February. So that's huge growth, huge momentum. So when I'm saying the timing is right, that's what I'm talking about. The timing of this business, of this specific company, is crazy. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now. I have to write my notes down here because I like to make sure I get all of the good information out to you guys. So again, this was founded in 2012, but since just this year is when Jake kind of came in and flipped it on its head. We do have simple to use business building technology. We've got a state-of-the-art app that really does make it very convenient and easy to build your business on your cell phone. That's what most people are using. Half the time people are telling me that they don't have a laptop, so they could never do a side gig like this. You don't need that anymore. That excuse goes out the window. You can do this on your phone. It's super simple. We can send product information sheets directly to somebody's text message if we wanted to. The product line that we have here is scientifically proven to work with people. So that product that we have that I was talking about to really help and support mental health, it literally has had, I think, like 36 Harvard medical studies done on it. And, talk to the person who invited you here, because they could send that to you if you wanted to see it. I haven't read it because I'm not that type of person that's going to sit down and read a medical study. But the fact that we've got that backing is huge. That tells me that nobody out in the world can come to me and say, this is just a fluff product. It doesn't work for anything. No, that's a bunch of bull, because we've got scientific studies to prove it. And what's cool is we as a company did not put any money into having those studies done. It was all done by external sources. So it's pretty awesome. We do have the most comprehensive and fair compensation plan in the industry right now. Talk to me like in July, and I said that about my last company's compensation plan. And then I saw this. And I tell you this because I'm kind of a stubborn person. And when I'm saying, I walked in there and I had my wall up and I was like, I'm just here for the free lunch, whatever. When Jake pulled out our compensation plan, and actually I might have it here. He pulled out our comp plan, and it is one page. One page. It looked like a colorful spreadsheet. I was like, this is crap. Like, what are you talking about? I need to, show me the stuff. Show me the book. I know comp plans. I know that they're pages long. And he's like, nope, that's not what this is. This is it. So we sat down and he talked to me about it a little bit. And I was like, hey, well, show me your PDF file on your computer, because I really want to see like the meat and potatoes of it. I want to know all the things. And he's like, nope, this is it. Basically what he did with his compensation plan is attach like the salary mind frame to a network marketing structure, which is amazing. It's amazing because somebody can come into this business and tell me, Brittany, I need to make $500. And I could say, perfect. I can tell you step by step what you need to do to get there easy. And we can get you there in a week if you wanted to. So it's pretty special. We are a worldwide company, and we are continuing to grow, not just in the Canada, Europe, Japan, Korea, Australia. I know that they are trying to break into Mexico right now as well. So with this slide, I kind of want to go into our product line just a little bit, because I do think that it's important to know what we offer. Basically, we have, Basically, we have 6 options that we get to help people with. So when people are coming to me and they're telling me, they're tired, they're depressed, they have lack of energy, that type of complaint or issue, I know that we've got products to help with that. The other category I think that most people fall into is weight management, whether it be weight loss or maybe they want to put on pounds, whatever it might be, or even just maintaining. They've got to the perfect weight or whatever, and they just want to maintain. We also have products for that. So let me scroll down here. I'm going to skip past that one. So this first one, this little blue box here, this is this is like our miracle box. That's what I call it. This is what I first started taking. I love it. This has our Qmax. That Qmax is the product that launched this company. This is the micronutrient that they found, and they won't even patent the micronutrient, you guys, because they don't want, so patents expire in 20 years. They don't want that to expire and then have to release it to the public because this is pretty special. There's only 2 people that have the formula to this micronutrient, and we're keeping it here in-house. The micronutrient was formulated for people with mood disorders, people who struggle with ADD, ADHD, schizophrenia, bipolar, autism, Asperger's. Those are the types of issues that these studies are done on. That's where Harvard Medical came in and did everything, because it's just bizarre that a micronutrient was helping people in the way that it was helping people. And you guys, this first launched in Canada. I don't know if you know anything about Canada's health system, but they are pretty strict as far as just being able to make claims about, you know, something's going to cure, or not even cure, but something is, you know, working in a sense. Like they went up against the Canada Health Board and won because this is such an amazing product. The micronutrient is processed over 96 hours. And with that being said, the 96-hour processing time makes it down into the smallest little molecule possible. So your body can uptake the full nutrient. It's not being wasted out when you're going to the bathroom, okay? So that's what our Qmax is. We've got amazing, this prime is a cardiovascular prime that basically delivers all of the nutrients that you're taking and gets them all over your body. I used to take a hair supplement to grow my hair because my hair just didn't grow. And that supplement worked, but I'll tell you that since I've been taking just this blue box, like I literally have to use one of those facial razor things to get all of the peach fuzz off my face because it is crazy. And I totally attribute that to the delivery prime right here and this amazing micronutrient that we have. Let me see if I want to say anything else about that. No. Okay, so then we also have the probiotic. Probiotics are huge. It's super important to have gut health. The cool thing about this probiotic that I really loved is the fact that it has a barrier around it that protects it when it's going through your stomach, so the stomach acid doesn't get to it. So it lets it pass into your intestines where it's actually going to do the work. And then we have a really great omega. I think omegas across the board are just omegas. It's not, you're not going to find one that's more comparable to the other. The cool thing is, you know, with this micronutrient, it's not a thing anymore on if you need to take vitamins. I cannot express enough that you're not going to find one person that says, yeah, vitamins are a stupid idea, because everybody needs extra vitamins. The fact of the matter is our soil is so depleted nowadays because harvesting is just not done the way it used to be. You know, pesticides and all of these other things that are put into fruits and vegetables or anything that just mass produces it. That's taking nutrients out of our food. So having a good quality vitamin is super important. And you'll be able to tell once you're on a good vitamin. You'll be able to tell a few different ways. Our Q2 pack, it's that same blue box. You're getting all of those products. Plus we throw in our Vitalize product. The best way to explain the Vitalize, you guys, if you're a woman, you're getting extra hormones. If you're a man, this is added testosterone. Yes, you can swap them. I know some men that take the women's Vitalize, and those men are taking it because the women's Vitalize actually has 7 antidepressant herbs in it. So it really helps stable out mood for certain men. I know some women that take the men's Vitalize because they lack testosterone, and so their husbands really love it because they get a little extra randy in the bedroom because it spikes their libido. So it's totally safe to swap them. You're not going to like go crazy. It's not like you're taking a steroid or anything to get that extra testosterone. It's just kind of what your body is lacking in. And then this one also comes with our sleep spray, which I'll kind of dig into a little bit better in a few slides, but our sleep spray is going to knock you out. It's amazing. People are loving it. So our Q3 pack, it's going to have, again, that blue box. You're going to get the green box of your choice, man or woman. And then also we are going to add in our Q Focus or our Q Sport. These are healthy energy drinks. They're amazing for mental or physical energy. The Q Sport is more, I think that I would use it for like a pre-workout, or if I just wanted like a quick boost, like a 5-hour energy, I would take the Q Sport. The Q Focus is amazing because it has 3 separate caffeine sources and they fire off at a time release. So you take it and then you're getting lasting energy. The cool thing about the Focus is it has that same Q Max vitamin in it. So you're feeding your brain. I don't know if you guys know this, but like nutrating your brain is one of the most important things you can do. Like B vitamins are basically brain vitamins. So our system that we have here, almost all of our products are methylated. That's important because half of the population, almost half of the population, has a gene defect where you don't absorb B vitamins. So we methylate our products so your brain can absorb all the nutrients that we're feeding it. So that Focus combined with energy is like a home run for me. I love it. And we are really, right now we have black cherry and green apple, and we're releasing a raspberry too, so that's gonna be really good. So our Q4 are the vitamin sprays. These are a first to market type of product. They're all vitamins except for our Fresh. I don't even know what's in that Fresh spray because it's newer, but they're all vitamins. We've got B12, again, methylated, so you can absorb most of it. We've got our vitamin D3, and then we've got C, which is amazing, especially right now for like cold and flu season. My kids definitely use the C. Our Q Relief is a pain relief spray. Our Q Sleep is just that. It's gonna make you sleep. It's gonna knock you out. It's so good. And that there's a pack that you can order all of those and you get this really cool case. So our Q5, this is where our weight management system comes into play. If you order this, you're going to get our chocolate meal replacement shakes and our vanilla meal replacement shakes. These are full meal replacement shakes. It's not just a protein shake, so they do have higher calorie content, but they are the whole crunchy, special, gluten-free, vegan, all the cutesy things there. And then we have our Metabolic Boost. The Metabolic Boost is super, I think, special to stop on a little bit because we purchased the rights to this Metabolic Boost from France. When France had the rights to this, they were selling $4 million a year of this Metabolic Boost. We purchased the global rights to it, and now nobody else can sell it but us, and it's amazing. This also has scientific studies done on it where, you know, it's got a fat shredding technology in it that really is amazing, but then also there's something in there to help curb your appetite, burn your calories, plus help you build lean muscle mass, which, you know, if you've ever taken a thermogenic, you're not only burning your fat, but it's gonna burn your muscles too. So the fact that we've got something in this Metabolic Boost that helps with lean muscle mass, I'll tell you guys, when I started taking this, it was 3 weeks, and I looked in the mirror, and the scale didn't move a lot, but I was looking in the mirror and like my pants were too big. I was trimming out. It blew my mind. Bizarre. Only after 3 weeks. I love this stuff. I love it even more that it works really well with me, and I have hypothyroid. So finding something to help kind of boost my weight loss has been really, really hard. It's been a really big struggle. So the fact that this worked and it worked quickly, I was blown away. The thing with our Q Trim pack is you do get access to Coach Amy. This is one of the coolest things that I have ever seen a company offer. She is a trainer and a nutritionist. She runs Facebook groups essentially. So what you'll do is you'll order the Q Trim, or a customer would order the Q Trim. You'd put them in this Facebook group. She does team building, meal planning and recipes. She does grocery shopping lists, home workouts. If you needed some individual, like one-on-one time, you could message her. She's super, super knowledgeable and very available. And that kind of just comes for free when you order the Q Trim pack. So that's awesome. Because that stuff alone, I think, to, you know, go out and find yourself a trainer and a meal prep person is too much money that I would ever want to spend. Q6, and this, you know, you guys might have heard the big buzz with our CBD oil, and a lot of you might be here because of this. We decided to launch into the CBD space because that's going to be $1 billion industry in a very short amount of time. So when this came across the screen when I was meeting with corporate, I was like, dang, that's something to catch the coattails on and ride this wave, because it's the future, right? already, you know, our hemp sales, our sales volume is huge. It doubles every month. We took every single product we could get our hands on, whether it be through a different direct sales company, whether it be through just a brick and mortar storefront. We got our hands on everything we could. We had it in our lab. We did testing on it. Some of the corporate staff used it for months, 3 to 6 months, you guys, before we finally created our own. And this is the product. I mean, it's the purest on the market. We could get you all of the testing on it. It is the most absorbable. So we've got this bioabsorb technology in here where basically what that means is you're saving your money. You don't have to use as much as our hemp oil to feel the effect as you would a competitor. So essentially you're saving money because you don't have to use as much. And the onset time, I think, is like 10 to 15 minutes. It's really spectacular. We have a micro infused cream as well. And I'm telling you guys, that stuff, I put it on my back every night and I instantly feel the stress and tension release. We are releasing pain cream, but it's in a roll-on stick. So you could roll it on like your temples for instant relief. And it's double strength. And I'm telling you, from what I'm hearing, it's like so instant. Like it just, if you put it on and you're done, like it's just good. And then we're also releasing a hemp oil sleep spray or sleep oil. So we wanted to come out with that because the sleep spray has melatonin in it. And if you were to give that to kids, it's safe to give to kids at a smaller dosage than an adult, obviously. But I'm getting arrows on the screen here. This is bizarre. Sometimes if a child hasn't reached puberty and they have melatonin, it gives them bizarre dreams, like very crazy nightmare dreams. So we decided to come out with a hemp oil that also has skullcap and valerian root in it, and those are really good for sleep. And from what I'm hearing, I ordered 2 of them. I can't wait to get them. But from what I'm hearing, they are fantastic. So I will have to report back on those. Let me scroll down here. Okay, so becoming an ambassador. How do you make money with us? Let's get into kind of the meat and potatoes here. It's $79.95. You're going to get your welcome kit. Your welcome kit is going to come with 3 of our vitamin sprays. You're going to get some of the Rev Sport and maybe some of the Rev Focus. I think they kind of switch it up a little bit with every pack. The $79 also gets you that website that you would have, and then your app on your phone that I was talking about. In some in some companies in this industry, you have to pay a monthly fee for your website. This is not the thing with Q. Everything's included with that $79.95. You get a Q Pay card. That's where all of your commissions will be deposited on, and you can choose to keep it on that card. It's just like a Visa, or you can transfer it into your bank account. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm going over all the things. Okay, so I'm going to get into our compensation in a minute. If you're not on this Zoom to learn how to make money, maybe you just want to support the person who invited you, and you could just do, you could just be a preferred customer. We don't have an auto ship contract where you're stuck in something for a certain amount of time. That's not the thing. You'll get the same price on products that we would get, and that's that. So we've got a whole bunch of products to choose from, not just the ones I covered. So if you don't want to stay on and listen to the rest of it, and you're mainly just here for products, you know, feel free to hop off. I'm not going to be offended. But if you're wanting to learn how we make money, if you're wanting to see the numbers, here we are. Right up here in this box number 1 is customer sales commission. So we base our commission off of sales volume. You can see here in this first white spot, it's 1 to 500. So that means you sell 1 to 500 in sales volume, you're making 15%, 20%, 25%, anything above 1,001. I will tell you that those are going to jump as soon as February. And from what I'm told, and I don't think that this has really been released yet, but I just heard this last night, it's going to jump to 45% or is it 40, 45, and 50%? So they're going to almost double. The company that I was in before, we only made 10% of our customer sales volume. So these numbers are already outstanding, and the fact that they're going to double them makes me more excited. This is really good for people who don't really have, you know, the business mind frame where they're wanting to build a business, but they are getting products in people's hands. You're getting paid on that really, really great. This box number 2 here. So if you've been in this industry before, you'll understand the terms. If you haven't, this might be a little confusing, but basically what our compensation plan is a volume-based comp plan. So before, when I was talking, you know, if somebody came to me and said, Brittany, I want to make $500 with this business, I would say, great. You see this one-time rank advancement bonus? That's $500. What do you need to do that? Well, we're going to go out and we are going to find people to order products from you. We're going to find people to build a team with you, other people that want to make money or need to make money. And then you're going to hit 1,500 in volume. You're going to have 2 people to do this business with you, and you are going to get $500 bonus. But then this little green box right here, you're making $250 in monthly commission. Right now, we have a Christmas bonus program. It's launched. You are going to make, once you hit through these ranks, you are going to make 40% more than what this bonus is. So do the math in your head, you guys. 40% for a Christmas bonus is unheard of. You could literally pick a number on this chart and say, I want to make $65,000 a month. Well, great. Let's link arms and let's do that. And I'll show you how to do that. It's super simple. The cool thing about this comp plan is you literally only need to have 2 people in your organization that you bring on. I want to emphasize why that's so special. With my last organization, you guys, if one person decided they didn't want to work with me, everything would crumble and it would like paralyze my organization until I replaced that. With this company, I only ever need 2. I only ever need 2. And I coach everybody that comes into this business the same exact way. I try to make my system and my processes the same exact thing, so it's very fluid, it's very simple for others to understand, and it's only 2. So to kind of put in perspective a little bit how amazing this compensation plan is, I was having a conversation with one of my friends who is still in the organization I was in before. I asked her for September what her volume, like what her sales volume was for the month and what her paycheck was. Her sales volume was 8,000 and her paycheck was only 1,200. In September, my sales volume was 10,000 and my paycheck with this 1,700 in commission plus the $2,000 rank advance bonus completely outdid hers. I made a total of $4,700. And I know that I had 2,000 more in sales volume than she did, but that kind of puts into perspective for you that you're really getting paid out a heck of a lot better here. And this is unlike anything that I've seen in any other compensation plans. You could go compare them and this one would still hit it out of the water. The 4th way that we get paid, let me drag this over here, which is really cool. So besides the rank advancement bonuses, besides the customer sales volume, besides your monthly sales commission, we've got this debt management program. So the company, so Jake Spencer, the vice president that I was talking about, he's been around the block in this industry, right? So the one thing that was his biggest annoyance was people making big time money doing this. And it's possible. And I'll tell you, I've made big time money, but I've also spent big time money. I was never coached on running this the way that it's supposed to be. I run a business. I have been running a business for 5 years, but I never treated it as such. So Jake decided to put in a Freedom Financial movement, basically. Once you hit our elite status, you then get an additional $100 that they just put towards debt. If you don't have any debt, then they put it towards a retirement account. You hit bronze and you get $200. You hit silver and you get $300. These numbers just keep going up. And another cool thing about this industry is I believe in February again next year, these are going to double. So you'll have $200 to start out with when you hit Elite, and all of these will double clear up to $800. I've never, ever heard of a company doing something like this. I've heard of companies having these get out of debt bonuses, but they gave you that bonus right into your bank account with your normal paycheck. And I don't know about you, but I get money in my bank account, and once I pay my bills, anything left over, I'm gonna go shopping, or I'm gonna go on vacation, or I'm gonna go do something with it. I never think of like, oh, well, I'm going to put it in a retirement account, or, oh, I'm gonna pay extra on this credit card and pay it off. Like, I just am not that person to think that way. So the fact that I've been able to have specific coaching on the financial portion of this alone has been huge. I've been, like I said, August 2nd was when I joined this company, and I have almost all of our debt paid off except for our cars and our mortgage. And that's incredible. I didn't ever think that I would be in that position. And I definitely didn't think that I'd be in that position 90 days into a new opportunity. So basically you get to work here and you get paid very well for the work that you're doing. One thing I'll say is about this Freedom Financial Money, it's really like hard to wrap your brain around where they come up with that and how they can afford to do that. The fact that they're able to do that, you guys, tells you the retention rate on our products is huge. That means customers are falling in love with our products and ordering them all the time. This is a financially sound company, so there's never going to be a moment where I'm going to be worried about if this company is going to make it or not. Let me stop sharing because my computer's freaking out. Okay. So we talked about ordering as a customer. The only other thing that, let me check this chat real quick. The only other thing that I can say, you guys could hear me that whole time, right? Okay. All right. I got really nervous because somebody said I can't hear, and that was a long time ago. So I'm like, oh crap. The only other thing I'll say, you guys, is the fact, I'm going to hit again on the timing of this opportunity, the timing of this company. If I were to have been in my last company about this time, I would be a multimillionaire. So that's the opportunity we have our hands on. That's the opportunity we are offering to you that you can be a part of. And I'm telling you, the effort here is, it's not bad. I've got 2 cute, adorable children. I got a hot ass husband that I like to spend time with. So the fact that I can do this with half the effort has really been a huge thing for our family. And I'm getting paid better with half that effort. So get back with the person who invited you to view this. Talk with them. If we need to have a specific 3-way call, if you have more questions, I'm happy to hop on a call with your friend that invited you here. Don't wait. That's my biggest advice. Do not wait and pass up on this opportunity, because a year from now, we will not be able to say, this is such a great timing thing. Because a year from now, I guarantee that this business, this company will grow another 600, 800, 1,000%. Like, we are on track to do some crazy things. And plus we are releasing, at least 6 more products in our hemp line. So that tells you that things are just rolling. Like, we're not done. We're never going to be done. This is an amazing place to be. Thank you guys for hopping on here. And again, if you have extra questions, get back with the friend that invited you, and we will schedule a 3-way call. You guys all have a great night.